Hey, beautiful family of our Recover Wellbeing online community. Welcome to our Follicular Flow. So today's class is going to be nice and fun. It's going to be fluid. It's going to be playful and a little bit strong to use some of that energy that we're feeling in this time of our menstrual cycle. So I hope that you enjoy it, and I encourage you not to take yourself too seriously, to take a deep breath and to shimmy out any of the tension that you're feeling. And that's how we're going to start today's class. So when you're ready, come onto your mat, come standing up, and just begin to shake out your arms, shake out your legs, close down your eyes, and just begin to release that ego. Let go of the BS of the mind, the stress in the body, and we're going to shake it out for one more breath. And then when you're ready, we come to stillness, stepping up to the front of your mat, keeping our feet nice and close together. We begin to lift up with the toes of the feet, and we spread out through each of the toes, grounding through the toes and having the weight nice and even through the feet here. And we come into a nice lengthened spine, breathing in, the arms settle beside the body, fingertips active. One more inhale. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Inhale, we sweep the arms up, and exhale, we begin to drop into our back bend, lifting the heart up, the head lets go. Inhale, we come back up, finding length through the spine, and as we exhale, soft bend through the knees as we fall forward. Holding here for 2 deep breaths. Keeping that soft bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, finding that nice length through the spine as we look up. Exhale, we bend at the knees, step back into our plank. Breathing in here, I want you to glance towards the toes and make sure the feet are hip width distance apart. We check that the fingertips are spread nice and wide, lifting up from the base of the palms and spreading through the tops of our shoulders. Holding here for one more breath. Inhale. As we exhale, we lower the knees down towards the mat. Another nice deep inhale here, and as we exhale, we begin to bend at the elbows, drawing the elbows in towards the torso. Taking our time as slowly as we can as we begin to lower the chest and chin. Inhale, baby cobra, we point the toes, lifting up with the chest, the shoulders draw back. Holding here for one more breath in. Exhale. Inhale, we lift up the palms, beginning to use those back extensor muscles. The elbows still drawing in towards the torso. Exhale, one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, the palms rest into the mat, the toes tuck under, the hips draw back towards the heels. Stretching out through the spine. One more breath in here. And exhale, downward facing dog. We lift up with those hips up and back towards the ceiling. And we begin to paddle out the feet one by one. Just feeling into the hamstring. Breathing deeply. Then when you're ready, we begin to find stillness in our downward dog. Looking up in between the palms, making sure that the palms are shoulder width distance apart. And I want you to start with a soft bend through the knees and focus on finding that length through the spine as the head draws in towards the thighs. Keeping the shoulders open, having another nice deep breath here. Then when you're ready, we inhale, looking up in between the palms, bending even deeper into the knees. We step back to the front of our mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, soft bend through the knees, fold forward. Inhale, we come up through the spine, lifting the arms up and back. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, the hands draw back behind us, interlacing the fingers. We open up through the chest, having another nice deep breath in here. And as we exhale, those hands drop back as we lift up with the heart. Inhale, finding that length back through the spine. The hands release back down beside the body. One more deep breath in here. And as we exhale, we glide the hands down the back of the legs as we find that soft bend in the knees and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthening through the spine, shoulders draw away from the ears. Exhale, step back into our plank. Holding here for 3 nice deep breaths, finding that alignment and really lifting up out of those palms, beginning to feel the strength and energy being used in your practice. One last breath in here. Exhale, downward dog, hips draw up and back. Holding here for another 2 breaths. Remembering you can have that soft bend at the knees if needed. Last breath out. Inhale, looking up in between the palms. We have a nice deep breath in. Exhale, the heels draw in towards one another. Inhale, we slowly step our right foot to the outer side of our right palm. Then our left foot to the outer side of our left palm. The hips drop down. We come into a nice hip opener here. The hands connect in Anjali Mudra and we press these elbows into the inner sides of the knees here, finding this length through the spine, dropping down into the hips. And if you need, you can draw those heels even a little wider. We stay here for one more breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, those arms draw out in front. We drop the hips down a little deeper. Then inhale, we slowly come back up into standing. The feet become parallel to one another. Mat width distance apart or just a little wider. Having a nice deep breath in, the arms draw up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, soft bend through the knees, we fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, palms press into the mat, shoulder width distance apart. We step back into our plank. Finding that strength yet again in your practice and in your plank position, having a nice deep breath in here. Exhale, we lower the knees, chest, chin, elbows drawing in. Inhale, this time we come up into an upward facing dog, resting into the palms of the hands and the tops of the feet. We open through the collarbones, looking up. Exhale, tucking the toes under, downward facing dog, hips draw up and back. Remembering we can welcome that soft bend through the knees. Having a nice deep breath in here, we begin to sway the hips side to side. We're finding that playful energy into the body. Feeling the body, the flow, the breath. One more. Then when you're ready, having a nice deep breath in here, we exhale, drawing the heels together. Inhale, looking to the top of the mat, bending at the knees. This time we're going to jump to the front of our mat. So I dare you to have a little bit of fun, a little bit of playfulness. So keeping that bend in the knees, we have a nice deep breath in. And exhale, jumping to the front of your mat, coming back into that yogi squat. We drop the hips down, finding that length and lift through the chest. One more deep breath in here. Exhale. Option to keep the hands as they are, or option to extend the arms out in front, a little more glute action. One more deep breath in together. Exhale, palms rest into the mat. Having a nice deep breath in, we step back into our plank, finding our alignment. One nice deep breath in. Exhale, lowering the knees, chest and chin, elbows drawing in. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Holding here, one more breath. Then inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot lands in between the palms. Back foot plants onto a 45-degree angle. When you're ready, we inhale, coming up, warrior one. Hips and heart facing the front of your mat, deepening your breath, pressing into the knife edge of that back foot. Last breath in here. Exhale, palms press into the mat. We come into the ball of that left foot. that back foot behind us. When you're ready, option to lower down that back knee if needed, or inhale, coming up off the palms, drawing the hands to the heart center. Exhale, relaxing the shoulders and feeling those little shakes and wobbles. One more inhale. Exhale, we bend into that back knee and we step to the front of our mat, coming into our chair pose. One more deep breath in here. Exhale, dropping a little deeper. Inhale, coming to standing. Beginning to feel the breath, to feel the energy. Inhale. When you're ready, we move through that same sequence through the opposite side of the body. So we let the arms settle beside the body, finding length through the spine. Another deep centered breath. Inhale, the arms draw up. Exhale to back bend. Inhale, finding length through the spine. Exhale, soft bend, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into our plank position. So when we move through this flow, we're now just finding that flow through the leg part of our sequence. So when you're ready, having a nice deep breath in. Exhale, we lower the knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Hips draw up and back. Finding that length through your spine. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left foot lands in between the palms gracefully. Back foot plants onto a 45-degree angle. And we inhale, coming up into our warrior one, bending into that front knee. Slowing down the breath. One more. Exhale, palms lower to the mat. When you're ready, we come into that lunge position, shuffling that right foot behind us to make sure that we're resting into the ball of the foot. And when you're ready, we slowly inhale, drawing the hands to the heart center, finding that lift and length through the chest. One more breath in here. Exhale, we bend into the knee. Inhale, we jump forward into that nice Utkatasana chair pose, lifting up with the chest. Weight resting into the heels, seeing if you can lift up through the toes. One more inhale here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, articulating the spine up and rolling the shoulders back. Closing down the eyes. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, we open the eyes and we begin to find that jiggle through the body yet again. Allow the shoulders to shimmy. Breathe deeply and loudly. One more. Then when you're ready, we come to standing, finding that length through the spine, adjusting your clothes if you're like me and they're sliding down. And when you're ready, we inhale, arms draw up. Exhale to back bend. Inhale, we find length. Exhale, soft bend through the knees, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into our plank position. Holding here for 3 deep breaths. Last breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. So yet again, finding your downward dog, we allow for those hips to draw up and back. And I want you to look in between the thighs here. Opening up through the chest and the shoulders. One more breath here. Now when you're ready, we're going to inhale, reaching our left hand towards our right leg. And now we can reach for the ankle, the calf, or the upper thigh, just finding that position. Looking up underneath the right arm as we find that gentle spinal twist. Inhale here. Exhale, release the palm. Inhale back to center, looking in between the thighs. Exhale, melting the heart down. Inhale, swapping sides. Reaching the right arm for the left leg. Deepening the breath. Stabilizing through that supporting arm. One more breath in here. Exhale, release. Having a nice deep breath in, we look up in between the palms. Exhale, shuffling into our plank position. 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale. Inhale. Only to exhale, lower the knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hips draw up and back, finding that openness through the chest. Inhale, look up in between the palms. We draw the heels together, jumping back to the front of your mat, finding that nice squat and hip opener. Seeing if you can lift up through the arches of the feet. 1 more deep breath. Then when you're ready, inhale, arms draw out in front. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Inhale, we slowly come up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. The feet become parallel to one another, arms drawing up, and exhale to back bend. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, the palms connect down to the heart center. Close down the eyes. In this wide stance, feel the breath. Feel the breath from the head to the toes and the toes to the head. Notice how that breath moves and circulates the energy within your body. 1 more deep inhale. Open the mouth. Inhale. Open the eyes. Exhale, we relax the arms beside the body. And when you're ready, we're going to end our class with a final release of stress, tension, and unnecessary energy by beginning to shake the body, beginning to find that playfulness within ourselves, not giving a damn about how we look or how we think we look or what others are thinking of us, but just really freeing yourself from the ego and feeling into your body. 1 more breath. Then coming back to stillness, lengthening through the spine, drawing the hands to the heart center, opening the eyes if they're closed, and welcoming this energy into your day. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. It's been fun and a pleasure as always. Namaste.